Hello everybody, I am Midlothian View reporter Liam Younson, and stick with me because I have this week's top 10 news stories from Midlothian and all around Edinburgh. A new Edinburgh campaign group called Tram Trains for Edinburgh held a public meeting on Tuesday in Edinburgh's city chambers. The purpose of the meeting was to launch the campaign to bring back passenger services on the Edinburgh South Suburban Railway, formerly known as South Sub, using tram trains connecting the old unused rail line to Edinburgh's tram tracks. Supported by Councillor Tim Pogson, the campaign is beginning to receive attention, with the meeting consisting of over 200 people. Yesterday morning, protesters gathered outside the East Lothian Council chamber as a petition calling for a parking charge scheme to be scrapped was discussed. More than 3,000 people signed the petition urging East Lothian Council to shelf its proposal to manage parking in the town with on-street and off-street charges. This is due to the plan being approved on Tuesday. On Tuesday, Midlothian Financial Inclusion Network and Midlothian Community Action hosted a morning of discussion around sustaining anti-poverty work in Midlothian, being open to all third sector organisations to provide information and advice during this week's Scotland Challenge Poverty Week. Worker at Midlothian Community Action, Natalie Welsh, explained to me, "We are seeing that there is a lack of funding opportunities for organisations, and that's a concern to us. Events like this are to support organisations who do anti-poverty work. We're not doing any anti-poverty work ourselves, but we can support that." This week, Midlothian councillors have rejected plans to build homes on a former gasworks in Midlothian over concern the land could be contaminated and potentially put the health of future residents at risk. A well-known dance school that provides classes across Scotland is proving popular in Midlothian, with their Tuesday class in Dalkeith drawing in large numbers. Dance for Passion is a dance school that provides lessons for both adults and children, beginner dancers and advanced across Scotland. Their classes take place in many locations across central Scotland, including Dalkeith. On the 26th of September, the UK government announced plans to introduce a free digital ID for all residents of the UK in an attempt to combat illegal working. With the scheme planned to be rolled out by the end of Parliament, this scheme has caused varied opinions across the nation, including Midlothian's MP Kirsty McNeil and MSP Colin Beattie. A joyful Thanksgiving Sunday service took place on October the 5th at Newton Church in Dander Hall, where model and influencer Megan Thompson's two daughters, Ali and Ariana, were baptised by Minister Reverend Dr John Sue Park. The City of Edinburgh Council are investing around £3.5 million to improve Queensferry High Street and the town centre for residents, businesses and visitors. The first phase of work began on Tuesday, with East Lothian councillors taking a decision on the wider council budget in a special meeting in February 2026. A letter and questionnaire has been sent out to all council tenants explaining the proposal for a rent increase for 2026-2027. At the full Midlothian Council meeting on October 21st, Midlothian councillors will consider a report about Midlothian's rent setting strategy for coming years, and one of the recommendations is to consult with the public about this. And finally, Ukrainian orphans charity Dnipro Kids are facing difficult times, struggling with recent deaths and the theft of their essential minibus. The Edinburgh-based charity is currently celebrating their 20th anniversary, which has been unfortunately matched with recent heartbreak and difficult circumstances, with the death of a CEO and an original orphan they worked with, alongside the theft of their essential minibus that aids them with their work. For more information on the stories you just heard, alongside more news, visit midlothianview.com or download our MV app, available